My fellow YouTubers, YouTube nuts, RCers, whatever you want to call yourself. This morning I uploaded a video of this vehicle. This is a Tamiya, however you like to pronounce it, but a Tamiya F201. It is actually quite a detailed car. Tamiya, if you know anything about Tamiya and you look back early 2000s, late 90s, and even before that, Tamiya has always been one of the companies that not only has done models, but even the RC vehicles are very detailed down to the small scale that they are. Like, this is a 1/10 scale of a I believe a F1 circa about 2000. The very first RC car that I remember, I was either 5 or 6 years old, and my dad had it. I don't even remember the brand name, but it was a white F1 or Indy car. F1 and Indy cars look a lot similar, but F1 cars have technology, and F1 cars are a little more advanced. Most of the things that you see in hypercars, extremely expensive cars like paddle shifters, when they first came out, that was first in Indy cars. A lot of the stuff that you see in cars nowadays came from racing. A lot of stuff also came from the military. So we have basically sort of science, military, racing, all that different stuff to thank for these huge steps with RC cars. Down to the point that 5th scale RC cars, and even some 10th scale and 8th scale, actually have hydraulic disc brakes. And that's pretty damn cool in my opinion. One thing that would be really cool, I would think, is nitro, some type of alternator or magneto, something, not a magneto, generator, something to create voltage so you don't have to run a receiver pack in your nitro. I've been researching it a little, but there's got to be a way to do it without it taking a lot of power away from the motor. The way I would want to do it, I wouldn't want to take more than 5% away from the motor, because at that point you'd have to put a bigger motor in a vehicle. So yeah, but enough talking. The electronic system in here isn't the top of the line, and honestly I wasn't looking for the top of the line because I'm not going to run this a lot. This is going to be a car that basically is going to sit on a shelf. I have had it on a shelf the entire time I've owned it. And even now, the tires are still not even glued to the rims. I'm not going to. I'm trying to leave it as close to stock as possible, except I did put a brushless system in it. It's a Gool RC, Gool RC, brushless system, 45 amp, I believe it's 3,950 kV, runs on 3S, and this is the battery I run in it. I've got quite a few of these, mainly from drones, quadcopters. Running a Futaba servo, and you can see all the wiring right here. Stock, they actually came with the motor and it was brushed, but I ended up getting the metal motor mount. But it's actually really cool because it actually has inboard shocks like the real thing, and push rods, and the A-arms are sort of in the shape of what I don't know the name of the shape, but it's like a oval with points on the ends. So very aerodynamic. This vehicle is very special to me because, like I said, the very first RC car I remember was a white F1 or Indy style car. And the video that I did, a running video, the fastest I got it up to was as fast as it could go. I never went past 25% on this because, like I said, I didn't buy this to run it. I bought it because of the sentimental value to me. And I actually got it from a friend who gave it to me in lieu of payment because he knew what it meant to me. I have a Ferrari body, but again, white because that's what I remember. It's an orange motor, orange ESC. I sort of like those colors with it. It's an awesome little car. The handling is amazing, and yes, the front and rear wing actually do produce some downforce. And if you look at Model Sport, they actually make a RS5 F1, a Formula One, a 5th scale Formula One vehicle. And to me, that's just awesome. That's pretty much my dream RC. But Model Sports are all carbon fiber, disc brakes all around. You're looking at completely modded out and everything, about $5,000. And personally, I'd want about a Zenoa, at least a Zenoa 290, preferably a Zenoa G320, and gear it a little higher to get more top end out of it. But I'm into on-road. A lot of people aren't into on-road. I love off-road. One thing I've really gotten into are truggies, because to me they're sort of like on-road cars, but you can run them off-road, and the speed that they can get off-road is insane. And I actually ran one around my local track. We don't race at that track, it's just a practice track. It's not even really kept up. But with these things, it's squeeze the throttle and go. I mean, the handling is so aggressive with it. But I'm getting off topic. But yeah, that's pretty much it. At the moment I'm just running a HPI receiver, because I need to order more receivers. I've gotten so many vehicles that I need to get more receivers. Usually I have extra receivers on hand, but this time I've gotten more cars. Like around the 15th, I'm going to Alabama to get 2 Nitro Team Associated Nitro TC3s. At the first of the month, so that would be April 1st, I have a friend recent friend. I saw a picture of a Megatech Dark Thunder. That is a 1/10 or 1/8 scale. I don't remember exactly what scale it is, but it's a scale nitro top fuel. And I like the fact that it's nitro. I'm also going to get a RJ Speed, I don't know when, but I'm also going to get a RJ Speed nitro funny car and pro stock. I love on-road cars. I have more room, and around here we have more on-road racing than we do off-road racing. I don't know why. That's just what we have around here, and even then I have to drive to Atlanta, and that's 94 miles from me, but I don't mind the drive. Competing is very fun. I think competing is the funnest thing in RC. To me, it's very fun, and you really get to see the attitude of other drivers. No one wants to win by default. If someone has a broken part and doesn't have the part, and somebody else does, and they're your competitor, they're going to give you that part because they want to race. That's one thing I love about this hobby. But this one is not going to race. This one is going to sit. It's four-wheel drive, shaft driven. The versions that are direct drive, the F103, I believe it is. They have F103 version 1 and version 2, and Exotech even makes some incredible parts for them. I'm looking at getting one of those. I almost got one, but the guy that I was looking at getting it from, he couldn't even, it came with electronics, but I asked him 3 separate times to show me a video of the electronics running. That's not that hard. With nitro, I can understand. Some people don't know how to tune nitro, so they can't get it running. So I say, okay, send me a video of the engine turning over so I can hear the exhaust. Listening to the exhaust, a lot of the times, if you're good with nitro, you can actually hear the compression. And I'll also, after this, I'll be doing a video on buying, selling, and trading. Mainly selling and trading. That's the main thing. Buying, there are certain things you want to do, but the main thing that the main 2 subjects I'll be covering most is selling and trading, because you are letting one of your vehicles go, and there's groups out there. I'm not going to get into it, but basically I'm going to go over basically the art of doing a RC deal. It's not really an art. There's just certain steps you need to do to protect yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this vehicle. It's meant to take nickel metal hydride batteries, because even the battery where it goes, it's oval. It's a flat oval. So yeah, I'm running a LiPo in it, but originally it came with a brush motor and brushed ESC. So I put brushless in it. Works great. I haven't got it up to top speed and probably never will. Like I said, this has more value to me than any other car I have, because this reminds me of all the fun times I had with my dad, who is now passed away. There's a picture of him right there with his glasses on top of it. With his glasses, I always think, with that, he's always looking down on me. So, you can call me crazy, you can call me weird, you can call me stupid, but that's how I believe. I know he's not actually looking down on me through the glasses, but it just gives me a feel of sort of security, because he was and always will be my very best friend. I really miss him. The main thing I can say to younger people is, I know you're going to have disagreements with your parents. You may have fights. But you got to remember, one day they're going to be gone. Don't waste any time, because once they're gone, all you'll have is regret. You don't want to live with that. Trust me. I don't have a lot of regret, but I do have some. But I'm not going to get into my personal life. This is the RC channel, a how-to channel mainly. Yes, I do some actual running videos, but this is mainly a how-to channel. Most channels out there, yeah, they do some how-to videos, but not to the in-depth that I do. So, I thank you for watching. Peace.